Welcome to the channel. I'm Tony the Technician. Today we're going to be going into the Harbor Freight website and checking out the new super coupons that they have going on from, well, yesterday, October 27th to November 9th. Just keep in mind that we do have Black Friday coming up here soon, so these deals aren't going to be as good. This typically happens every year. The deals right before a big sale aren't going to be as good as what you may see throughout the rest of the year away from holidays, but we're going to get into them. There's probably like, I don't know, maybe 10 like pretty dang good deals on here. The rest are just, deals. There's a discount, but you're better off waiting for the 15 or 20% discounts and just using that on some of these items. It all just depends. But we'll get into a good majority of these. We're not going to go over everything. I'll kind of share my thoughts with you guys, and I really hope you guys enjoy. I also want to get your guys' input at the end of the video if any of you guys run the US General 56-inch toolbox, so just stay tuned for that. So looking at air tools and compressors, got a couple Fortress products here. Not a whole lot of savings off of them. $200 off of $1,200 isn't much. I mean, it's better than the full price that can go for all of these. And then $20 off the pancake compressor. We do have $30 off the 1-inch D handle impact wrench, and this is down to $250 from $280. The only time I've ever used an impact this large was on the semi when I used to drive for the race team. Outside of that, I don't have any experience with that large of impact. So if you guys have any experience, let me know your guys' thoughts. But $250 is a fair price, especially compared to a lot of other 1-inch tools on the market. Then we have the 2-inch carbide burrs from Chief. This is a 4-piece set at $60, which isn't a bad deal. It's 25% off. I think that's pretty good. Burr bits, carbide burrs can get very, very expensive. Now, I'm not saying these are going to be the best in the world, but if you just need them for, random jobs here and there, this is, I believe, going to be a good option, and that's some good savings. You got the 3/8 by 50-foot retractable air hose reel at $70, down from $80. Not great savings on that. The 3/8 hybrid air hose down to $18 from $20. Not great savings on that. Moving into the automotive section, you got a decent amount of savings off the AC manifold gauge set over here. 23% off, down to $50. The magnetic parts trays, you can always get those for extremely cheap. $30 off the Hercules 20-volt cordless grease gun. This is the tool only without the battery. $110. That's a pretty good deal. Then we have the Daytona 22-ton heavy-duty jack stands. These are big boys. I mean, these are some heavy-duty jack stands, and these are at $190, down from $220. Then we have the waste oil storage container at $13, down from $18. So some decent savings on that. The only downside to this, if I remember correctly, this is a really small oil storage container or drain pan. If I remember correctly, I can't remember for sure. I'm pretty sure it's pretty small. Like after one oil change, you have to dump it. Nylon pry bar set, this is down from $8.50 to $5. Some really good savings on that if you just want to have some plastic trim tools on hand. Those are always handy. I have a couple different sets. Motorcycle wheel chock down to $35 from $50. Some pretty dang good savings on that. 3-ton jack stands from Daytona with the circular pads down to $70 from $80. Not great savings on that. Do got some pretty decent savings on this 1,000-pound capacity dirt bike stand, down to $28 from $38. Not very much savings on the 350-pound capacity dirt bike stand over here. There's some decent savings on this Sentech portable car jump pack at $50, down from $60. 20% off of this 150-pound capacity roof-mounted cargo carrier, which isn't a bad deal. Some jumper cables, 16% off, down to $36. Then getting into generators and plumbing, not great savings on a lot of the generators and stuff. We did just have a big savings on the Predator stuff, so these aren't going to be great. But this is the biggest savings, $500 off this, but it is $2,300 down to $1,800. And then this one is just $50 off, $30 off, so not great savings on those. $50 off of the Predator 22 horsepower gas engine from $950 to $900, so not great savings on that either. But I mean, it's still savings, but you can use other coupons to get better deals on these items. That's all I'm saying. Some pretty decent savings on this submersible transfer pump, down to $75 from $90. $20 off of this 8 horsepower gas engine. $30 off the Predator 200 watt foldable solar panel, which honestly, even though this isn't great savings, it's still a good price. Predator has some good prices on their solar panels, so it's not a terrible deal. These nitrile dipped work gloves are actually pretty nice. I actually like these styles of work gloves, and this is at $1.50 down from $2. So, some good savings, 25%, 50 cents. The 3 horsepower gas engine down to $110 from $120. So not very much savings on that either. 30% off your safety vest. Moving into hand tools. So here we're only getting 14% off the Quinn 1/2-inch drive impact socket set. This is the Deepwell 10-piece set. So not the best savings. You could easily use one of the other coupons to save even more. But honestly, these Quinn impact socket sets are already priced really good, I believe. And I think $30 for this is a really good price. But if you can get it for an even better price, no complaints there. Pittsburgh 1/2-inch drive breaker bar, 18 inches long, $10 down from $15. So some good savings on that. 37% off the impact socket adapter set, 3-piece set, down to $5 from $8. 28% off the 10-inch groove joint pliers from Pittsburgh, down to $5. Got the good old 1/2-inch drive teardrop composite ratchet down to $13 from $17. So some good savings on that. All of these items from Pittsburgh have the lifetime warranty. Then you have your 6-bit impact screwdriver set with case at $8 down from $10. And then a 32-ounce ball peen hammer down to $6 from $10. So some good savings on the Pittsburgh stuff in the tools section. Lighting and specialty, the alkaline batteries, 24 packs down to $7 from $8. Not a great deal there. 12% off the extension cord. 15% coupons are always available. Almost always available, I should say. 34% off the 450 lumen rechargeable pen light from Braun, down from $23 to $15. This is a great flashlight. I just picked one up not too long ago, not even a month ago. Fantastic flashlight. You have an adjustable beam pattern, so you can kind of make it more of a spotlight, or you can back it out and have more of a spread area light. It is, once again, rechargeable, USB-C, and all around very, very impressive for $15. 450 lumens. It beats out my Streamlight that I've had for, 10 plus years. Another extension cord, another Braun light, the 300 lumen magnetic pocket work light. So it's got a magnetic base, and at $5, even though it's only $8 to begin with, it's a great deal. 37% off. Moving into the outdoor stuff, I believe we already had this deal going on, but it's the 80 volt 2.5 amp hour battery and the 40 volt 5 amp hour battery at $99 down from $140. So some good savings on that. Not much savings on this portable garage cover. Once again, not much savings on this car canopy. 4-gallon backpack sprayer down to $20 from $30. There's some good savings on that. The 1,000-pound capacity mesh deck steel wagon down to $80 from $90. Not great savings on that. Not very much savings on this, but I have heard a lot of good things about the Atlas 40 volt and 80 volt 300 watt battery powered inverter. The 9 amp 1/2-inch variable speed D-handle drill down to $45 from $60. So some good savings on that. Keep in mind this is a corded tool, but there's some pretty good savings on that. A couple Meguiar's products down 16% off of this one to $25 and 15% off of this one for $34. We do have the Hercules impact rated titanium drill bit set. This is the 21-piece set at $25. I think this is a good deal, 16% off. I like the drill bit sets with the hex base. It's just quicker. You get a better fitment into the drill. You don't have to worry about it spinning. And the Hercules bits I've been running for a little while now, and they've been pretty impressive. And I think $25 is a good price. Couple more Hercules products here. Masonry drill bit set, 6-piece set, down to $13 from $17, 23% off. Not a whole lot of savings. 10% on the 12 amp variable speed reciprocating saw. You got your cheaper Warrior drill and driver bit set, 58-piece set. It's going to be really, really cheap stuff, but if you just need some stuff for around the house, $10, 33% off. And then we do have the Bauer 3-piece step bit set. I've had the Warrior ones for multiple years. I've bought quite a few of them. And then I also have the Hercules, and I think this is a really good option. It falls between those two. as far as pricing and probably quality. And I've used a lot of the Warrior ones. And while they're not the best in the world, they are extremely cheap and they still last quite a while. Very easy to resharpen. So I think this at $15 is a fantastic deal. 25% off. Hercules Half Moon blade for the oscillating multi-tool, $8 down from $12. So some good savings on that. Some savings on some dry sanding sheets. I don't use sanding paper and stuff from Harbor Freight, but hey, this is 34% off. 14% off the angle grinder from Bauer. Then you got the Hercules 3 amp 5-inch random orbital palm sander for $45 down from $55. So some good savings on that. Not a great deal on the belt sander over here, only 12% off, down to $70. Got some cutoff wheels, masonry from Bauer, and metal cutoff wheels from Hercules. 25% off the Bauer and 30% off the Hercules, which isn't a bad deal. Pretty lousy discount on the engine stand. $23 on the mechanics roller seat. This is about as cheap as you can go for a roller seat. The Franklin grommeted moving blanket down to $11 from $14, so a couple dollars worth of savings, 21% off. A new multi-use saw set, 11-piece set, 27% off. So a new item already on here on discount, $13. I don't think that's bad if you need to have a couple variations of different saws around. Both of these from Pittsburgh. Then we have the 12-inch miter box with 13.5-inch back saw. 20% off of that, down to $8. Then you have the Pittsburgh 6.5-inch flush cut saw down to $5, 44% off. So some good savings on that. Some good savings on the Bauer slide lock tape measure, down to $6 from $10. Moving into storage, we have $50 off of the 42-inch top chest from US General. So $400 down from $450, available in 8 different colors. $20 off the utility cart. Not great savings on that. 20% off the side tray, which works with the 5-drawer mechanics cart and the 6-drawer full bank cart. Plus, a lot of people modify them to work with basically anything that you need a shelf with. This is available in 9 different colors. And then we have the magnetic tray with screwdriver holder, down 26% to $11. And now this is available in 8 colors. It is now available in the gray. $50 savings on the Yukon 30-inch garage cabinet. Moving into welding and machinery, a lousy $10 off the drill press that you might as well just not even put it on sale. $40 off the welding cabinet, down to $150 from $190. Some good savings on these welding gloves, down to $10 from $14, 28% off. $50 off the 20-amp plasma cutter, down to $250. Then we have the Bauer 8-inch bench grinder and belt sander, down to $150 from $180. So an okay deal there. $10 off the 6-inch cross slide vise. $30 off the benchtop wood lathe, down to $250. And then we have the Central Forge 15-pound rugged cast iron anvil for $15, down from $20, so 25% worth of savings on that. If any of you guys have experience with that, please let me know down in the comments. But real quickly, before we end this video, I would like your guys' input. If any of you guys have the 56-inch US General Series 3 toolbox with the side cabinet, the 22-inch wide side cabinet, if anybody can drop a comment down below of the total width of that. I know the 56-inch box is supposed to be 56 3/4 inches long, or wide, I mean, without the handle. And then the side cabinet, they state, is 22 inches, but I need to know what they are when they're connected together. Are they actually that would be 78 3/4 inches wide? Because I need it to be under 79.5 inches. I need to make sure that the gaps and things don't make the toolbox wider than the area that I'm trying to fit it in. So if you guys have any experience with those two items, the 56-inch toolbox Series 3 and the 22-inch wide side cabinet mounted together, if you guys could drop a comment down below of the total width of it without the handle on the toolbox, it would be greatly appreciated. But that's it as far as the super coupons. I'm sure we're going to see much better deals as we get closer to Black Friday. And I really hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, make sure to smash that thumbs up. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time.